Welcome back. Obviously my hour was up, so I'm venturing into a new hour. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way to the end, for I am tired. Yeah. Are you tired?
I'm sleepy, but I'm jet lagged, so I've got that kind of haze. You know, the haze?
So you join me tonight in the kitchen. I've been signing these, the Robbie Williams album, The Christmas Present. I've been asking folk to give me a message that I can write onto these, and then random people will receive them, and we will guffaw at the thought of them landing on their mat by whichever service takes them to their homes. This is Stephen. He is my friend from LA. This is my haircut that some people like, some people don't. I like it. I like it. I was talking earlier on about all of this is grey. So I'll just take it down with the number one and get rid of it. But we all know what's coming through these roots. Draw a Rudolph on the CD. I think it's a bit too adventurous for me. Can we talk ghosts? Says, yeah, okay. Kissing Booth, Edith's. Let's talk ghosts. We're calling Kissing Booth Edith's. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Good. Have we spoke before?
Yeah, we have.
I thought I recognised you.
Yeah.
So, what is it about ghosts that you want to talk about?
Well, the last time we spoke, you were going to ask me some questions, and we never got round to talking ghosts.
So, what are you intrigued by ghosts? Are you surrounded by ghosts? Have you seen ghosts? Or do you not think that ghosts exist?
I believe in ghosts. Yeah.
What do you think they are?
Well, when I was growing up, my parents always did the Ouija board. So, yeah. So I was never allowed to participate, but loved it. Yeah. So it was my normal.
So yes, you're
normal. Is that normal?
That's abnormal. But that whatever your normal is your normal. That was
exactly.
That was my normal too. So have you experienced, seen, been around, felt? What is the ghostly things that have happened to you?
Kind of feel a bit spiritual, and have seen a clairvoyant on many an occasion.
A dead clairvoyant?
No, a clairvoyant that tells me that my nan is, you know, she's like, my nan's there. So, and she describes my nan and does all that sort of scary stuff, which I love.
Okay, hold the phone right there. I'm going to match me to you. 1 second. Hold the phone still. Oh, I can't do it now. You've gone.
Where have I gone?
There you go. You've got my haircut now.
Thanks, Rob. I love your haircut.
But the question still remains: have you ever seen a ghost?
Oh, I haven't, if I'm being honest.
Do you know, I saw a dog ghost.
You've seen a dog ghost?
Yes.
Okay, tell me more. When was this?
We used to have a Cairn Terrier when I was growing up called Trixie.
Okay.
And my sister came in from work, and I walked into the kitchen to say hello, and Trixie was dead, but there she was, jumping up at my sister Sally, and then I blinked and Trixie was gone.
So how long ago was this? How old were you?
I was probably about 17 or 18.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah. I live in a house that's 1,000 years old.
Brilliant. Okay.
I don't feel spooked here.
No.
Several people do.
In fact, yeah, no, I feel like they're around, and I feel like one day I'll get my chance.
Well, there is one room that's a bit spooky.
Okay.
And Teddy was sleeping in there, And then one day I said, where do you like living, baby? And she said, well, I like Los Angeles, but I don't like England because my room's scary. So,
No way.
yeah, so we moved her out of that room straight away.
Yeah.
And Stephen's staying in that room tonight.
Oh, Stephen, you're going to have a great night.
No, Stephen, you're actually not staying in that room.
Oh.
So don't worry. So, Stephen, have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us more.
Tell us
Well,
more.
it's not a ghost, and it's weird. It's probably an experience most people have had, but my father died many, many years ago. And sometimes when I look up into the mirror, I see like a superimposed face of him. And it's not...
So it's not that you've sort of turned into your dad?
No, it's not me looking like my dad or anything. I see his face instantly, and then it goes away.
Oh, I love that.
It's like a connection.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Does that scare you?
No.
No.
Sweet. Well, I have my manager, David, who is a father-like figure to me, who passed away, and he appears to me in dreams every now and again. And I was like, Dave. I said, you okay? And he sort of smiles. And I said, is everything okay? And he just pointed up like that and went, and then disappeared. That's really cool, isn't it? So I guess he couldn't tell me much, but he kind of did a nod and a wink. Do you watch YouTube videos about people dying and then going to places that are spiritual and safe?
Yes. Love all that. Yeah.
Near-death experiences, etc. If you haven't checked out near-death experiences on YouTube, go and check it out. It will. If you get the right ones, it's very spiritual, fills you full of hope. And
I'll have a look.
Well, listen, it's been nice to speak to you about ghosts. Have you ordered Robbie Williams a Christmas present?
Of course, you don't need to ask.
I love you. I love you. I've been working really hard on this album for 3 years. I'm giving it every opportunity to do as well as it can. I thank you for ordering a copy. Listen, you look after yourself. Take care. Nice to speak to you again.
Thanks, Rob.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Stephen.
Bye-bye.
So there you go. It doesn't take much. It isn't just like call me because that's boring. I won't. It's just on a different frequency energy. It's just energy, says Angela, the art of yoga. Yeah, like, I don't know. I used to be all about ghosts and like, oh yeah, they exist, and the relatives and the passing on, and we're surrounded. I'm not sure anymore.
I don't know.
I'm not sure anymore. I used to like going to see clairvoyants, but I only went to see a clairvoyant so they could tell me when I was going to meet my soulmate. So and now I've met him, I'm never going to let him go. I never have a need for a clairvoyant anymore because that's all that I wanted to know. Have you ever seen a clairvoyant, Stephen?
Yes, I have.
And was it a good clairvoyant?
Yeah, I've seen it clairvoyant a couple of times, and both times I wanted to believe, and yet I came out skeptical. I intellectualized it, I thought it through, and I thought, well, they could have known that because of that, or generalized, or whatever. So I don't know. Do you know, not knowing is good. It's a bit like religion. I don't know.
The LMA choir just asked me, how can you not be a believer? I believe totally and utterly in the weird. And I totally believe that this world is far more crazier and incredible than we can ever possibly understand. But if you're talking about the archetypal ghost of, hey, here's the ghost of your grandma, not so much.
No.
Not so much. I do believe that extreme energies can be left in a house or anywhere. You know, I do believe that you can walk into a house and have an energy that feels heavy. And I then believe that something bad happened in that house. And it's sort of the screaming echoes of whatever it was permeate into the wall and they stay there. But Wait till I tell you my stories about when I saw a spiritualist. I'm totally all about it. Am I seeing you tomorrow? Are you going to come and hang out? I can't wait to hear those stories about the spiritualist. I think that when people go to see spiritualists sometimes, and clairvoyants sometimes, they so desperately want to be, they so desperately want to have the optimism that those that have passed on are still with them. And I think, oh great, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, we'll talk about it. But I also think that a lot of the time people go into those sort of things with not an open mind. I'm not suggesting you close your mind either. I think sometimes you walk in there with your mind so open that your brain falls out. So maybe that is something that happens. But listen, I'm not saying it isn't a possibility that the archetypal ghosts that we think about exist. I'm just saying I'm not so sure. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody says, so full of bollocks. Let's call them. Blah, 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 blah. Let's call them and talk to them. Waiting for Tronas. Tronas says, blah, 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 full of bollocks. Calling Tronas now. Hey,
What
Tronas.
happened? Hiya!
How you doing, darling?
How are you, Robbie?
I'm good. So what was bollocks? You're not believing in ghosts?
Well, the thing is, right, I'm so intuitive. I do reflexology and I'm a writer. I write for rock stars and I'm so intuitive about music. And when I look at people's feet, I can see things.
Right. And what can you see?
Well, if you gave me your feet, I would tell you what I see. Or you'll have to come around my house. I've done other celebrities and, you know, and that's how I write.
So do you find that feet in general are a gateway to some other dimension that you access?
I think it's just I'm so intuitive that when I've done the course in reflexology, being very creative, I went from flowers to feet and feet to writing, and I can just see things. Have you undone your socks? I'll have a look.
Oh, okay.
I can do it. I can do it just by looking. Right. Hang on. Wow. You've got, let me see. You suffer with a lot of anger because it's very red. Is that true?
Not
Get pissed
really.
off.
Not really. Maybe I've got some repressed stuff that I don't know about.
Put your feet back up though, Rob. Put your feet back up. Lovely.
Can I just put a disclaimer? I've been wearing socks and the black stuff underneath my feet is not dirt. It's...
Honey, that doesn't matter what your feet look like. If there's a lot of fluff, it means you take a lot of responsibilities. There's an actual line cut into your thyroid area. So do you get breaks? Big breaks in your energy levels?
Yes.
You do get big breaks?
Yes.
Do you drink enough water?
I do, and then I don't.
We actually...
I can do this.
Oh, you've actually got a lump on the side of your foot. Have you got a problem with your hip?
Yes.
Okay, so is somebody holding you back?
Only me.
Very nice, very good. You've got a big toe that's very separated from the rest of your feet. So you are a born leader, Robbie.
That sounds good.
Keep it steady, keep it slow. Let me just... I actually saw a pair of lips. I'm not sure what that is. Do you like people to show you affection and get kisses, and you like to give kisses?
I'm very affectionate, yes. I'm a very touchy-feely, affectionate person, yes, I am. So we're getting a good hit rate. There is something wrong with my hip. The anger, you know, the thyroid thing is spot on. I think it's red because I haven't had enough water.
Maybe. But yeah. I've noticed you the last couple of nights, Robbie, and I've noticed that you look very tired to me, and I've been concerned about your health.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I seem to be... I'm either on. I've been tired. The last week I've been tired, but
You
my
have been very tired.
my
Yeah.
sleeping pattern's not getting home from my day of promo. I was just absolutely drained.
Yeah, you've been looking like that. Very fatigued. You have
Yeah.
a lot of late nights.
Yes, I've had a lot
I
of late
think,
nights.
yeah, I think what's opened me up to being so intuitive, we actually have a lot in common. I've got a floristry background because I had my own business in floristry, which opened me up to writing. And then what happened was I'm actually in recovery myself. I'm on the other end of the scale. I've been in recovery 30 years in Al-Anon. So I actually sponsor people. So I think there's a little thing going on. And also, you won't believe this, but things come true. And I know you're not going to believe this, but I've been trying to get hold of you through your management and everything. I've dreamt that I was a prolific writer, and I dreamt that I wrote for you. I actually interviewed famous rock stars, interview them, I review them.
Isn't it?
Well, it's curry with 3 wheels on it, yeah.
Being normal is boring. I'm normal for. I know Rich M, who's done a few songs on your Christmas album. Richard. I like Robbie. What's your favourite food? What's your favourite food?
My favourite food is probably generally Chinese. Is my go-to.
Sent a message saying that I was not normal. So I'm not normal and I'm boring. But yet, here you are, back
Yeah.
with a sand on the beach of show business, yet you find yourself here with me. Okay, so who am I going to call? Call if you love Jedward. Well, you know, I don't hate Jedward. And I would tell you, these are just my natural brows. I'm very fortunate.
How am I?
They're doing stuff, you know. Maybe they should have a trim of some sort.
As you get older, they grow for no apparent reason.
Some get longer than the others.
Yeah. I'm due for a trim.
I mean, I have never looked at you and gone, his eyebrows need trimming.
Really?
But now that I'm focusing in, maybe they're not unkempt.
Our whole relationship has changed.
They're not unkempt, but they could be kempt a bit more than on. Expressive eyebrows. Robbie, would you do? Is actually pig surrounded by pig.
Oh.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So it's pig in a blanket of pig.
So it's kind of cannibal food.
I still like it though.
Yeah, it's good.
Not my favourite. Turkey actually makes me go a bit sleepy. It's got a thing in it called tryptophan.
I know, I've heard that.
Yeah. And that's why, after your Christmas food, become soporific. Soporific, the word of the day here. Robbie Williams and Steve signing these. The Robbie Williams Christmas present album available at Robbie Williams.
Tina,
Hello, darling. My name's Rob. This is Stephen.
so sorry, my English is so bad.
That's okay. Listen, I know
Yeah.
you don't like Christmas.
No, no.
Oh, isn't she? I got nice things from that girl.
Yeah.
I thought she was a lovely person with positive energy. Jojo Robinson's ad. Oh my God, anyone else have no sound? Why do you always bring people you've spoken to before? Just goes on and on like you. It's a song that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
What is your Christmas present coming from Bath? You love Bath. I was near Bath just the other day. That sounds sad. Well, I hope you have a better Christmas than you're expecting. My call didn't connect the other day. Call me back. Karen's a cake maker. She's taking too long. I might have to call somebody else. Sorry, Karen.